All right, shalom, shalom. It's your brother Kasha Kwala coming back at you with a quick lesson pertaining to this article right here. All right, first and foremost, I want to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakapadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, love, salutation to the elect 144 first fruit. All right, and this is an article I saw on RT News, and the main thing that stood out to me was its thumbnail. As you can see, that's the American flag, but on top of that, right here is the EU flag. Okay, when it's torn, it's rent in a piece, in half. Okay, um, it says the U.S. Protectorate rebelling. Or it says experts doubt EU's ability to stand up to Washington. Okay, so they're doubting EU's. Now, what they don't know about they obviously experts do know about the EU, but the EU is comprised of a plethora of different countries. All right, it says here are the EU countries. This is Austria, Belgium, Bulgaria, Croatia, Republic of Cyprus, Czech Republic, Denmark, Estonia, Finland, France, Germany. And we're going to focus on these two countries right here today. It says Greece, Hungary, Ireland, Italy, uh, Latvia, Lithuania, Luxembourg, Malta, Netherlands, Poland, Portugal, Romania, Slovakia, Slovenia, Spain, Sweden, and the UK. Okay, so these countries right here are what the experts are saying. All these countries right here, okay, all of them, all right, they're saying doubt they can stand up to the U.S. Okay, when it says Washington, speaking about the United States. Okay, that's a big doubt. All right, that's a big accusation for all these countries right here. Okay, that they don't think they can stand up to the United States. Okay, that's why you have this flag right here that's rent in front of the American flag. That's why, more than likely, these nations are going to go back to the China, to Russia, to the BRICS countries, okay, and take their side and forsake America, because that's exactly what's going to happen, okay. That's why you have the Ezekiel, I think it's the 37th chapter, speaking about Gog and Magog. That's why you have Revelation, I think the 20th chapter, speaking about Gog, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. Maybe Revelation like 20 in the 8th chapter. I mean, the 8th verse. Um, yeah. Revelation 20 and 7, it says, and when the 1,000 years expire, Satan shall be loosed out of prison, and shall go out and deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, together them together to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is at the sand of the seas. But who's going to be with Gog and Magog? All these other countries, because they're going to turn their back on the United States. Okay, so y'all can go through this article right here. All right, but the first part, like I said, I want to focus on these two countries. It's a spirit how they have them lined up right here, even in this little research right here. It says France and Germany, okay, are gearing up. Are gearing up for what? First off, war, and they're gearing up to go against America. It says with words so far, okay, with words so far, because first what? In a war, it's big talk, it's big boy talk. All right, even when you go and read the book of Samuel, um, when you read about the Amorites getting smitten by King Saul, which that was his first big battle, okay, his first big break for say as a king, to show that he was he could sit at the seat of a king. All right, the Amorites were talking hot shit. They besieged a place. All right, and word came back. They said, "Hey, y'all serve us, or we gonna pluck out all y'all right eyes." That's talking big boy shit. Okay, it's the same thing these nations are doing to the Americas before the war breaks out. All right, even with David and Goliath. Goliath was talking his hot boy shit. David talked his big game that he could back up because he had Yahweh behind backing him. who gave him the power, and in turn, he beat the shit out of Salakia out of Goliath. All right. So France and Germany are gearing up with words so far to take a stand, all right, against the U.S. and Donald Trump um, isolationism. All right, let's get the word isolationism. It says a policy of remaining apart from the affairs or interests of other groups. Because, yeah, that's right. When President Trump got into office, he was always talking about the EU, how they had to pay their bills, how they had to keep their side of the bargain up, or America's going to fall back. And which America did fall back. All right. He wasn't talking. He just wasn't talking shit. He did it. All right. He scaled back from the EU. It says especially the political affairs of the other countries. That's right. The U.S. really don't mess with the EU like that. EU really don't mess with America like that, especially when Trump came in. The contention, Salakia, the contention worsened. All right, you could cut the tension with a butter knife, like butter. It says while the EU powers talk about defending themselves without the U.S., it is unclear if they are able to do so. They're already trying to make plans that exclude the United States. Why? Because of Jeremiah 51. Okay? This is Jeremiah chapter 51 and 7. It says, Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. Pissed off, man. Okay? The nations are mad. All right? Let's see. It's all good. The nations are mad. All right. So verse 8 it says, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her? And take balm for her pain. If it so be, she may be healed. Okay? But the point of the matter is the nations are irritated with this country called the United States of America, aka Babylon, aka Egypt, aka piece of shit. Because I'm tired of this place. All right? And guess what? All these other countries are tired of this place too. All right? So the nations are mad because America has been that golden cup, which you can read about, if I'm not mistaken, Revelation, I want to say the 17th or 14th chapter. Okay? All right? So, y'all, like I said, y'all can go back and read this entire article. Got some good stuff in it. But it really goes to show you that the EU, the NATO, all these countries ain't messing with the US no more. Like, I'm not even gonna say like they used to. They were forced to mess with the United States. Now they're realizing we don't have to mess with you no more because the Spirit of the Lord is opening it up for these countries to withdraw from Babylon or from the United States of America. Okay, because what? He's gathering up everything, and his algorithm is coming to light. All right. So these other countries are like, man, forget the U.S. We're gonna make plans disregarding the United States. We're gonna make plans for ourselves, and more than likely, those plans are gonna stem back to Russia, the BRICS country. Okay, this is. Let me see something real quick. All right, World War One. All right. Hold on. Sides. All right. The sides you had. Okay. Let's see something. All right, bet. Here's the sides. World War One sides. You had the Allies, then you had the Central Powers. Okay. Boom. Now let's look at the World War Two sides. You got the Axis. Boom. Now on this side, you got the Axis powers. All right. And then you have what? The Allies. So World War One, you had the Allies and the Central. World War Two, you had the Axis and the Allies. Now World War Three is gonna be what? The World War Three is gonna be what? It's gonna be the U.S. versus what? The BRICS, if that's how you spell it. The BRICS, pretty much the BRICS nation. if I'm doing that correctly. But pretty much the BRICS nation contain the Russia, China, South Africa, Iran, so on and so forth. It's going to be them versus the United States. That's what's going to be World War III. The BRICS nations versus the United States of America. All right. So again, man, this goes to show you these other countries ain't with it, man, because America held that golden cup and made them drink of their philosophy, and now their philosophy is out of whack, and they're tired of it. Okay. So I want to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, love, salutation to the 11144 First Fruit. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. It's your brother Kasha Kwala from the GMS Atlanta Church. Until next time, I want to say shalom.